What up, people? It's Nick Ops here, and I want to discuss why I think NetherRealm is holding back from making these DLC characters very good. Now, before I get into that, I'm going to discuss the good things about these characters. Sub-Zero and Starfire are fun to play. Sub-Zero is not tournament viable, but Starfire, she could end up being, it's too early to tell with her, but I know a lot of people are disappointed with her. Now, Red Hood is good, period. He's a good character, but to me, it feels like he was under-designed in terms of his moves and how he plays. I can't explain it, but it just feels like a lot is missing with Red Hood. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but that's how I feel. Now, let me explain why they're holding back on making these characters very good. They're basically trying to make up for what they have done. In Injustice 1, there were 6 DLC characters. Only 2 of them weren't OP. Lobos and Zatanna. The other 4 were OP at a point. In Mortal Kombat X, there were technically around 11 DLC characters because of Triborg. But, all of those characters, those DLC characters, were OP at a point, except Baraicho and Leatherface. Oh wait, Baraicho and Leatherface. Those are the only 2 characters out of those 11 characters that weren't OP. Now, you look at that, and they've had a pretty bad track record of making, fair DLC characters. So I think Injustice 2, they are trying to make up for what they've done. They're like, okay, we realize we've made these characters a bit dumb in the past, but we're going to tone it down a bit. Now, their problem, they've toned it down way too much, in my opinion. Now, I completely understand why they're doing it. I completely understand why they are making them, not very good, but I think they should start making these DLC characters very good. First of all, you're spending money on them, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Second of all, just because y'all messed up in the past, don't mean you need to punish these newer characters that are coming out. Just make them, upper mid. Don't make them, lower mid and just disappointing because you guys messed up in the past. Just figure out a way to make these characters tournament viable and not OP. I know I'm making it sound easier than it is, but they need to do something because the community is not liking the DLC characters at all. They'll end up liking them when a trailer comes out and and they see what they can do and it looks really good, but when they actually get their hands on the character, they're disappointed. And I'm one of those people too. I don't really like any of these DLC characters at all. And I'm just hoping that NRS will end up making the other DLC characters good. But to sum it up, the DLC characters aren't good because they're trying to make up for their mistakes. And that's basically it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and Nick Ops out.